So I would like for you to, in this video, I would like for you to practice some string manipulation and working with text. So we're only gonna work with a main function. We're gonna just define a main function. But before I do that, I have to um, just save this guy here. And today is practice midterm 2.py. Okay, so we're gonna define a main function, okay, and immediately calling it so we don't forget. That's how I usually remind myself. Now I want you to ask for 5 tweets from the user. So because we're gonna be defining, we're gonna be asking for 5 of those guys. I'm gonna write this in a for loop for each index in a range of 0 and 5. I'm gonna repeat. What is it that I'm gonna repeat? I am going to ask for a hypothetical tweet. Enter your tweet here. Okay, and I'm gonna take that tweet like that, and I'm gonna take that whatever tweet that I'm entering here, and I'm gonna store it in a variable. But before I forget, I also want to have a list of tweets, and it's gonna be empty, and every time I have a tweet, I am gonna store it in that list. So using append here, I'm gonna take that tweet, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so once I do this, imagine that your tweets should be should have words, okay, and they should have hashtags, and they should have handle mentioned or other user mentioned. Should have user mentioned. Okay, user mentions. So, and let's do that and see. So here, once we have that list being full outside that for loop, I want to read that list. So I'm going to say for each tweet in that list of tweets, this is my list of tweets here. And I just want to print the tweet. And this is an arbitrary name, even if it's twee like that with an I versus E, it would be fine. I could actually make it like TWT like that, because again, it's an arbitrary name. It does not matter what you call it. And let me just clean here like that, not leaving spaces. And why don't we just we saved it here and try to run it here. Let's do Python practice. Let me see where we are first. We are in download, that's why. Let's go to projects, and then actually I want teaching. I believe I might need to put this on a desktop because I moved my folders into OneDrive and I won't be able to access OneDrive from here. So let me just, why don't we just do this in my downloads. So I'm just gonna put it under downloads like that, and we can put it here like this. Now if I search for it, this PR like that, and we're gonna find it. It's right here. Okay, so what is it that I need? Okay, good question. I need to run this program. Let's do Python practice, and I might have entered something incorrect. Let's try one more time. Let's exit this first and let's try again. Did we say we wanted to enter? We wanted to enter this guy. Okay, let's try one more time. Clear the screen. It's not liking this text. That's strange. This is really strange. We are in downloads, right? And let's clear. For some reason. Okay. I think there has, my keyboard again is probably producing more spaces than necessary. So here's my first tweet. Welcome to my imaginary tweet. And then let's put a hashtag CS142. Okay. What's another tweet that we should say? Python programming has been a really has been fun, and I'm gonna wait, maybe I can maybe I'm gonna have a hashtag here, say PyProg, like that. And what else? We could have another hashtag. Why not? We could I don't know, CS world, computer science world. Okay, what else? Another tweet, whether you are in CS, digital forensics, cyber security, but that's information assurance, you need Python programming. Okay. What other tweets? Working with you all has been really great. Okay. What should we say for hashtag? Before we do hashtags, let's do imaginary class 142. Suppose that we have a Twitter account that has this handle for us, class CS142, and we could also say Norwich U. It's usually actually Norwich News if we want to be very precise, but it does not matter. And suppose that there is a John Smith student, John Smith. So these are 3 handles, and we did not have any hashtags, so that would be important to have hashtags. What else can we do? Working with you has been fun. Adventure. Okay. Let me move this guy over here like that. And one last tweet. We can say loving Norwich. Loving Norwich. And life at Norwich. I need to put the hashtag before because my keyboard won't allow me to go back. Life on campus. And then I also want to tag some people. I don't know, maybe what are we going to do? We're going to tag the class again. Why not? Class 142. And I want to tag Nawari. Just one R. And I want to tag, I don't know, CS Hackathon. Those are imaginary Twitter accounts. So here's this guy has only one word. So we can say friends forever. So how many tweets are those? Those are my tweets, and I think I am done. Okay, and as you can see, we accepted the tweets and we printed them here. We did not do anything of significance. So now instead of having to write these things again over and over and over, I am going to store them here so I can always copy and paste them when I do the, or actually, well, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put them here. Let me make this smaller. Like that. These are going to be my tweets. So every time I need to enter them, because we're going to be doing a lot of testing. So we're going to have to make sure that we have them. So we don't have to think about the tweets all the time. Okay, and here's my last tweet. That's not my last tweet, right here, like that. Okay, now what? We have those all 5 tweets, and we printed them. Okay, now I'm actually thinking, can we write a function that finds the hashtags in every tweet? I think that would be a really brilliant idea. So let's make sure that we define a function that says find hashtags, and this function is going to take a tweet, right? And this function is also going to read the words one word at a time. So we're going to do, before we do that, we have to break the tweet into words. And how do we do that? Remember from the very short lecture that we had about strings, we said we're going to use split, and this is going to give me my words in each tweet if I split. And the default is split by space. You can split by other things, but we'll talk about that later. So this is going to give me my words. Now I can say for each word in words, if that word right here starts with a hashtag, then I want it. So I'm actually going to have a list of hashtags. So if a tweet has more than one hashtag, and we see that there are tweets that has more than one hashtag, so I'm going to return a list of all the hashtags that I can possibly identify. So if this word here starts with a hash sign, then it's a hashtag, and I'm going to append that word here. That's not the word. I'm going to append the word here, just like that. Okay. And when I'm done, I will return. Okay. Return what? I have to return that list of hashtags. Okay, what else I can do? I can also, here's what I can do. I can find the mentions in the tweet. So these guys are mentions, this and this and this and those guys, those are mentions. So a mention is also another word that does not start with a hash sign but start with an @ sign. So I could show you, we could copy this, but I don't want to do that. So let me just do a find mention like that. And this is going to take a tweet. And I'm also going to split as well. So the split is going to be the exact same thing. So we could actually copy this here. Like that. And I'm going to ask for each word in words. Okay. Now, if that word starts with, if this word starts with an @ sign, then I know it's a mention and I need to add it to the list of mentions, which is empty here, but it won't be anymore. Oops. Here, we're gonna append it. And by doing so, we populated that list and it is ready to be returned. Let me return what? We're going to return that list of mentions here. Okay, so now my job is to maybe do some statistics. Every tweet. So now I created all these wonderful things, wonderful functions. Now I want to generate some statistics. One of them, we could list. So the first task is to measure the length of each tweet. Okay, each tweet we're gonna say what's the length of that. We can count the length of characters, or we can count the length of words. Okay, what else? We also have to count the number of hashtags. What else? You got it right. We're also gonna have to count the number of mentions. And let's do those. So I'm gonna show you now a trick. Instead of having me to enter these tweets again one more time, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to actually add them to the list of tweets here right away. So I'm gonna retire this part of the code. Here's my list of tweets. And I'm gonna append these tweets immediately like that. So this is gonna be 1, and I need the list of tweets again. I'm gonna do this 4 more times because I have 5 tweets. Append like that. And then I'm gonna do it 1 more time. List of tweets, append, and we can do this, and then also list of tweets, append. append. That's the fourth. And I can make it smaller so I can, and you will forgive me if this is too small, but it's necessary because we need to make sure that we put everything in the same on one line so you would see it all. So now we have a list of those guys. I'm going to retire this part here. This is the part that I retire. Now if I actually run this, I'm not gonna worry about entering these tweets again. Now let me clear the screen here, and we have indentation issues. Okay, we have indentation issues. How did this happen? Okay. All right. So we fix the indentation problem, and then we get all these tweets. That's good. Now what we printed these tweets here. Let's do the first one. Let's do the first request. The first request is to measure the length of each tweet. So I'm gonna recycle this part here, and each tweet, instead of, here's what I could actually say. Here's the length of current, because now we're going to be looping inside, right? I can hear, yeah, I know you're saying right. You're shaking your head. You're doing everything right. Now what we need to do, we can do the length of that, and that's going to give me the number of characters. And current is not, it's not exactly current. Current needs to update. Okay, so if I run this, and we can also say, we can be a little bit more descriptive, and we say characters, because the length here doesn't mean words. The length means characters. And let me clear. And as you can see, the first one is 36, 48, 65, 79, and 80. And as you can see, those guys are very close to each other in length. That's why you see the difference, but only one length. Suppose that I want to be clever and I want to say, give me the number of words in each tweet. Okay, well, and I will show you how to. So the length here, instead of doing it in characters, I want to do it in words. So let's just do the word count. And that's just going to take a tweet. And the story is really very simple, because you know what? You know exactly what we need to do. We're going to split that tweet. And the tweet is going to give me words. And guess what? If I return the length of these list of words, I'm guaranteed to know how many words in there. Okay, how do we do that? That's really simple. Now we have this word count here. We could actually, here's what we could do. We could run it here. We could put it here. And we can take that exact same tweet. And this is going to give me a number. So this is going to be the word count. And then I can also print another let me make sure. I can print another really nice message here. The length. I can say the word count of current tweet is We can put is here. We can put is here to be consistent. Consistency is always great because it does give a really nice, pleasant interface. So I have the count here, right? And I don't need to put anything else after because I know I already said the word count. Okay, so if I do this, now I gotta clear the screen. I should be able to see the length here, and I should be able to see the count if I've done it right. Okay. I like things to be really nice. So I'm just gonna do this separation here so I can separate. If I don't like it, I'll do something else. It doesn't look terribly ugly. It doesn't. So we know that the length of each tweet is going to be 36 and 6. It's going to be 48 and 7, 65 and 12, and so on. Okay. We need to get the number of hashtags. Okay. Which is also easy too. So let's inside this for a loop here. I'm gonna move up here like that. And because I don't need to write another for loop to read the tweets. All I need is to take that tweet from here and pass it to this function that we wrote here that produces the hashtags. So here's one. Find the hashtags is going to it's going to take the tweet. Okay. And this is going to give me the list of hashtags. Now I know I can do two things. The first thing is to follow this here, and we can return the length of that list. And the second thing is to actually print the hashtags themselves. So here's the easiest part. We can do print the number of hashtags. We use is because we said is above here. So the number here is going to be the length of that list. Very simple. As you can see, we've been recycling all the function names. We're just calling it. We also can, instead of say the number of it, we can say the hashtag count to be also consistent as well. The hashtags count. Okay. And if I also want to print these hashtags, I can print them. There's nothing that should stop me from doing this. So I can have another if for each another for loop for each hashtag in list of hashtags. I can print it. So I could say current hashtag, and this is going to give me the current hashtag here. So let's run this like that. Hopefully we'll see something pleasant. Okay. We can also, here's what I like to do. I'm gonna have a print statement, a bunch of /n/n/n/n. That's gonna give me 3 blank lines here. So it's gonna separate the hashtags from all the other jazz that we've been doing up here. Okay, so now we can say print hashtag statistics. Okay, this looks not terrible. Okay, let's run this one more time. And as you can see, we gotten I think the reason why these guys are too far away from each other, because I should take this one And I should maybe put it here. Let's clear. Okay. So for each tweet, now we don't need this one. Okay, let's clear again. So for each tweet, and this is annoying, so let me clear one more time. For each tweet, we know the word, the character, the hashtags, the length with the hashtag statistics, and then maybe we should be taking this guy and putting it here so it can separate. And let me clear. Okay, so as you can see, oh, maybe we can also do this a little bit better. So, and also instead of making it immediately after in the next line, I'm just gonna separate it by, as you can see, the formatting is auxiliary, but now as you can see here, this is a whole set of statistics for just the first tweet, which we are not printing yet, but we will print it. I can also do the same thing for dimensions, right? We can do that. So here we found the hashtags. We can do the same thing. We can call this function to find dimensions. Okay. And I have a feeling that I need to put this guy in here. Okay, right. Now I have the tweet coming from this for loop here, and I'm gonna pass it to this function here. So this is gonna give me the list of mentions. List mentions. Okay, that's not mentioned. So we're gonna do the exact same thing we've done here. Let's count the number of mentions. Print the mentions count is like that, and I'm gonna measure the length of that list, and it should give me the number of mentions. Okay, now I need to print all these mentions, so I'm gonna have another one just like this guy, but instead of saying for each hashtag as we did here, we can say for each mention mn. You can call anything else you want, it's arbitrary for each mention in that list. Now I'm gonna print. I'm also thinking this is not gonna be, maybe I can make a line like that. Okay, so I'm gonna say current mention, and this is gonna actually print the handle of the user for those who are familiar with Twitter. Okay, so if we do this, we clear, and no, mention is not, it does not seem to be working correctly. We split and list of mentions. Okay, what did we do here? We are printing everything, which is not good. List of dimensions, okay. We need to print. Okay, let's take a look at this list mention here. If the word starts with an @ sign, append that word. because I made a typo. Well, thank you for telling me, guys. I made a typo, and instead of appending the exact word that's supposed to be an at sign, I appended the entire list with words. That's why you see this incorrectly here. Let's clear. Now, as you can see, we have something really nice, but we can make it even better. We can take this guy here, but instead of hashtag statistics, what are we going to say? Exactly. Mentions statistics, correct. And let me clear. And here you go. This is really nice. We could actually do that, so it doesn't get really attached to the printing doesn't get attached. Okay, here we go. Still, because there is an S here. Let me clear again. Here we go. Here we go. So now it's started to look really nice here. Mentions, hashtags. You can have the mentions, maybe /n, another one /n. Okay, and the hashtags you can also put another like that, and this is gonna look really nice. There we go. And I also feel like I need to put a /n here and a /n here as well. Clear. And here you go. The only thing that is missing now is the actual tweets. So why don't we just print the tweets from here? Very simple. And I could say reading current tweet. And then you can actually try to mimic like these programs, very fancy programs. TWT like that. So this is gonna give you like a line here with these 3 dots, and then this is gonna print the tweet, and we should be good to go. Clear. Okay. And reading current tweet, and then we can also maybe put a couple of /n here, or maybe one is good. Clear. Here you go. Reading the current tweet. Welcome to my imaginary tweet CS142. The length of this tweet is 36 characters and 6 words. Okay, hashtag statistics. We only have one hashtag, and it shows us what hashtag. Okay, and as you can see here, there's only one hashtag, and we actually found it here. Now it's basically looking for the number of mentions. Do we have any mentions here with an @ sign? We don't. So that's my first tweet. Here's my second tweet. Second tweet has hashtags, 2 hashtags, PyProg, and then CS World. Those are the exact 2 hashtags. And it doesn't have any mentions. And same story for the third one. It has 2 hashtags, Python programming. These are 2, no mentions. The fourth one, however, has 1, 2, 3 mentions and 1 hashtag. Here you go, and here you go. Number is 1, that's correct. Number 3, that's correct. And this next one has how many hashtags? 2 hashtags and 3 mentions. 2 hashtags and 3 mentions. I think this is really fantastic, you guys. I'm so proud of you. You have done so well, and some amazing work this semester. And this is gonna be the cherry on top of the cake for your end of the semester. if you master strings and we end here today, I'm gonna be very happy because you guys have done something really amazing. Okay, this is enough. I want you guys to give me a screenshot. I want you to give me the code and maybe just the screenshots, something similar to this, um, or maybe also I would like to see your code as well. So this is a really nice exercise that you're gonna be posting on the on discussion that I'm gonna post, and this is gonna be part of your midterm exam. So keep that in mind, please. Okay, let's stop here, and I will be posting this. You by the time you're watching this, it's gonna be um, tomorrow. It's actually already tomorrow. So you will immediately work on it, I hope. But please get it done um, before you go to the exam. This is gonna take some time. If you wait for the exam time to do it, it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. All right. Thank you so much.